then in
This
generally
call is now being recorded.
then in generally in that situation, the basic some of the area of the hard disk drive will share with the random access memory. So the customer, a user, always have the illusion that the system having so much large memory that the program, whatever the size of this program is, that the program is successfully. So this illusion to run an application onto the system via which some of the portions of the hard disk drive shared with the random access memory and the program get executed successfully is basically known as the concept of the virtual memory. So we are reading here the definition as per the books. I give the programmer the illusion that the system has a very large memory, even though the computer actually has a relatively small main memory. So this concept is basically known as the virtual memory concept. The address space, that is basically known as the logical space, and the memory space, that is basically known as the physical space. So basically we want to say that virtual address or logical address is basically mapped with the physical address, or we can say mapped with the memory space. So the logical address is always mapped with the physical address, and this is basically the configurations of the system, whatever you have, and that configuration always is maintained by the operating system internally. So address mapping, memory mapping table for virtual address is going to be assigned with the physical address. So we have to understand what the address mapping is there. So we are saying here that virtual address is there. So virtual address register is there. That is always this particular address is going to be maintained in a table, and that table is basically known as the memory mapping table, and virtual address is going to be represented by the memory mapping table, and this memory mapping table basically sends the informations to the memory table buffer register, and the physical address can be put with it from the main memory address register, and finally it pick up the address from the main memory, and the main memory having the main memory buffer register, and by using the main memory buffer register you got the final address. So virtual address of a register is always is a logical address. Address space and memory space are each divided into the fixed size group of words called blocks or pages. So we are saying here, whenever we talk about any of the software, the actually whenever we store the software in the memory, it is stored in the form of blocks are there. But whenever it is stored in the system in the form of blocks are there, each and every block having the pages. So we can say the each and every data, whatever we want to store inside the system, that is going to be stored within the system in the form of the pages. Pages are there. So basically, the pages are present with the blocks. So whenever we talk about the pages, the 1K words group, we have taken an example. It means this group is basically the address space is going to be identified that n equals to 8K equals to 2 to the power 3K, 2 to the power 13K. 13 is the bit 13 is the address. 13-bit address is going to be generated of such address space. The pages that may be live from 0 to 12 or 0 to 7. The memory space equals to m equals to 4K, that is 2 to the power 12. So each and every address bit of the memory address space is always equivalent to of 12 bit. So the 4 blocks are available there, and each and every block having the data, and this data having the address of 12 bits each. So the organization of a memory mapping table in a page system. So basically we are saying whenever we talk about the page system, the page number is there as well as line number is there. Whenever we talk about the page number, so this page number may be table address, and this table address can be picked up from any of the table. This table address can be generated in a sequence. After that, the bits presence is there, and on behalf of the bit presence, basically the memory address register is going to be identified, and finally the address is going to be stored in the block 0, block 1, block 2, etc. And finally, the data is going to be sent onto the memory bus register. So basically we are saying if whenever we talk about the address mapping always going to occur through using the logical address, physical address, means to say the block and page. So associative memory page table assume that number of blocks in memory equals to m, the number of pages in virtual address space equals to n. Then page table, that is straightforward design, implies n entry table in memory, efficient storage space utilization. N or m, or we can say n multiply m, entries of the table is empty basically. So more efficient method is m entry page table of an associative memory with m words, the page number, page blocks. So m is basically the page number and words are there in the form of the blocks are there. So basically we said whenever we want to find out any of the page in the random access memory, if is not present in the random access memory, then we say that the page is not present, and this generate the page fault at there. So page number found in the page table. So what is the page fault? Whatever the page we want to search that is not present correctly in the memory, if the page whatever you are searching that is not in the memory, then this situation may occur page fault. Then this situation may occur page fault at there. So this is the very important question that when the page fault occurs. So whenever we talk about the page fault, the page number cannot be found in the page table, then we said it is the page fault. In the simple word, we can understand the page fault. Suppose we are searching a page inside the system memory, that is basically the random access memory. If we are searching a page in the random access memory, and if we do not find this page in the random access memory, and we find out the page in the hard disk drive, hello. So whenever we want to find out any of the page in the random access memory, and if we don't find out this page inside the random access memory, then what will happen? We know very well that the whatever page we want to search out that is present in the hard disk drive, but it is not present in the random access memory. So whenever we are searching the page in the random access memory, if we don't find out the page, we are saying the page fault has been occurred. When we are searching the page in the random access memory, definitely we don't find out it in the random access memory. And after occurring of the page fault, this page, which is basically present in the hard disk drive, will come from hard disk drive to random access memory. And whenever this page will come in the random access memory, and again, suppose we find out the same page, then in that situations, yeah, whenever again we want to find out, we want to search the same page again, then this time this page is present in the random access memory. So in that time, whenever the page has been come in the random access memory and we are searching the page, this is not at all a page fault. So we can understand the page fault simply. We are saying a page table going to be maintained within the system memory, that is the random access memory. And if we are searching a page and this page number, this page is not present in the page table which is present with the random access memory, then we said that page fault has been occurred. Otherwise, no page fault is going to be occurred there. As per the definition perspective, we are saying the page number cannot be found in a page table. This is basically known as the page fault. So you can understand the page fault. Basically, whenever the page fault occurs, it generates a trap to operating system. Second, save the user register and program state. So whatever the user register is there, whatever the program state is there, save that particular user register and program state. Third, determine that the interrupt was a page fault. Whenever we are not getting the page inside the operating system in the random access memory, then we are saying the page fault is going to be occurred there. Then determine, then check that the page reference was legal and determine the location of the page on the backing store. We are saying whenever we are searching the page and it is a page table, then in that situations we are searching this page present in the backing store or not. This backing store is basically known as the hard disk drive. If this page is present in the hard disk drive, then it will come in the. So next time, whenever a user want to search a page again, this page present in the main memory, then in that situations, no any type of page fault is going to be. So issue a read from backing store to a free frame. Wait in a queue for this device until serviced. Wait for the device, seek and or latency time. Begin the transfer of the page to a free frame. So basically, whenever we talk about the fifth step, it will issue a read from the backing store to a free frame, and the three situations may be occur at this position. Either wait in a queue for this device, this page is waiting in the queue for this device until service, or it is waiting for the device, seek and or latency time, or begin the transfer of the page to a free frame here. So we are saying this is the main memory, random access memory. This page has been come in the main memory, and main memory having a page table. So basically it has been represented here in the form of frame. We are saying here the three situations can be occurred in this particular page table, which is present in the form of the frame edition. These three situations are either wait in a queue for this device until service, or wait for the device, seek and or latency time, or begin the transfer of to a free frame there. While waiting, the CPU waited to the process. Whenever the waiting has been occurred for the page, the CPU become idle and become free, and it is allocated for another process if the other processes are available in the system. If not available in the system, then in that situation, CPU go in the ideal position. So interrupt from the backing store, that is basically whenever the any of the interrupt come and that have a demand of some other pages from the hard disk drive or backing store, then it means we are saying the IO become completed. Save the registers and program state for the other user. So whatever the registered value is there, whatever the program state is there, we have to save. Yeah, it page table internally automatically save the particular state or register value for the next user, determine that the interrupt from the backing store, correct the page tables, the desired page is now in memory, wait for the CPU to be allocated to this process again. Restore the user register, program state, and new page table, then resume the interrupted instruction. Processor architecture should provide the ability to restart any instruction after a page fault. So basically, this is basically known as the page fault. We can understand this by using the numericals of the page fault. So page fault, whenever the page fault occur, basically we apply the technique that is basically known as the page replacement technique. So in the page replacement technique, basically we take the decisions on which page to displace to make room for an incoming page when no free frame is available. So basically we are saying that we have a memory and we have a memory with frame. Such as we said, we have a memory where the 3 frames are there. So it means we are saying at a time we can search, we can store the 3 pages inside the frame in the memory. Since 3 frames are available, since the memory of 3 frames are available, so maximum pages come in that particular 3 frame memory, that is basically known as the 3. So 3 page can become 3 frame मेमोरी. बताइए
सर।
बताइए
सर पेज फ्रेम क्या होता है?
हमने ये कहा एक आपके पास रैंडम एक्सेस मेमोरी है, रैंडम एक्सेस मेमोरी ब्लॉक्स में डिवाइडेड है, ब्लॉक के अंदर हमारे पास फ्रेम्स हैं, ठीक है ना। जो फ्रेम है जहां आपका एक पेज आके स्टोर है, दैट इज बेसिकली नोन एज द फ्रेम। तो पेज क्या है? तो जो आपका कंटेंट है, जो आपकी हार्ड डिस्क ड्राइव में पड़ा हुआ है, वो जो कंटेंट पड़ा हुआ है वहां पेज की फॉर्म में पड़ा हुआ है, ठीक है ना। तो वो जो कंटेंट है, जब हम उसको सर्च कर रहे हैं उस पर्टिकुलर कंटेंट को, तो दैट विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम अपलोडिंग फ्रॉम हार्ड डिस्क ड्राइव टू रैंडम एक्सेस मेमोरी। रैंडम एक्सेस मेमोरी में जो मेमोरी है वो फ्रेम की फॉर्म में है, तो वो किसी न किसी एक फ्रेम में क्या हो जाएगा, स्टोर हो जाएगा। तो जिस फ्रेम में पेज स्टोर हुआ वो पेज फ्रेम कहलाए। अब ये जो मेमोरी है ये 3 पेज मेमोरी हो सकती है, या 3 फ्रेम मेमोरी हो सकती है, 4 फ्रेम हो सकती है, 5 फ्रेम हो सकती है, 60 फ्रेम मतलब 32 फ्रेम हो सकती है, 64 फ्रेम हो सकती है। तो दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन के व्हाट टाइप ऑफ रजिस्टर्स वी आर यूजिंग। बट एज पर द कॉन्सेप्ट, हम इस कॉन्सेप्ट को क्योंकि नोटबुक पे सॉल्व भी करेंगे, पेपर में भी आएगा, तो हम इसको ऐसे मान के चल रहे हैं कि ये जो मेमोरी है ये 3 फ्रेम मेमोरी है, या 4 फ्रेम मेमोरी है, या 5 फ्रेम मेमोरी है। इससे ज्यादा के न्यूमेरिकल पेपर में नहीं आते। अदरवाइज क्या है कि जो आपका फ्रेम है वो तो 64 बिट फ्रेम हो जाएगा वो। अभिषेक?
यस सर।
तो वहां 64 का 64 मतलब पेज फ्रेम अगर हो जाएंगे मेमोरी के अंदर, तो जनरली होंगे ही उतने, इससे भी ज्यादा होंगे। ओके, तो 64 पेज फ्रेम हो जाएंगे तो समझाना कॉन्सेप्ट को क्या हो जाएगा, रेयर हो जाएगा, कठिन हो जाएगा। इवन इसका न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करना फिर और भी कठिन हो जाएगा। ओके, तो हम केवल इस कॉन्सेप्ट को ये समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जो आपके पास मेमोरी है उसमें 3 या 4 या 5 फ्रेम अवेलेबल हैं। तो इसका मतलब एक बार में जो डाटा रीड हो सकता है वो 3 या 4 या 5 फ्रेम का डाटा ही रीड हो सकता है, या मेमोरी के अंदर आ सकता है। तो डाटा जो मेमोरी के अंदर आ सकता है वो 3 या 4-5 पेज ही एक बार में आ सकते हैं, इससे ज्यादा नहीं आ सकते। जब हम रीड करने चलते हैं तो एक बार में एक ही पेज रीड होता है, लेकिन जो पेज रीड होता है वो मोस्ट रिसेंटली पेज हो जाता है। जो पेज रीड होता है वो क्या हो जाता है, मोस्ट रिसेंटली पेज हो जाता है। अब अगर पेज रिपीटेशन में रीड होते हैं तो उसी मेमोरी से फ्रेम से आते रहते हैं, क्योंकि फ्रेम में ऑलरेडी पेज आके रुका हुआ है। अगर हमारा पेज रिपीट नहीं होता है तो पेज कहाँ प्रेजेंट है? पेज तो हमारा वर्चुअल हार्ड डिस्क ड्राइव के अंदर प्रेजेंट है, और रैम का साइज हमारा लिमिटेड था, सपोज 3 या 4 या 5 फ्रेम का, तो वहां तो ऑलरेडी पेज पड़ा हुआ था। तो होगा क्या? तो पेज रिप्लेस करेगा। तो जो पुराना जो पेज जो आपका हार्ड डिस्क ड्राइव से जिस पेज को हम एक्सेस करना चाहते हैं वो रिप्लेस करेगा उस फ्रेम में पड़े हुए पेज से। लेकिन किस से? तो पेज वहां दो तरह के हैं। एक तो लीस्ट रिसेंटली यूज पेज है, एक ऐसा पेज है जिसका कि हमने बहुत कम यूज किया हो। लीस्ट रिसेंटली यूज, जो सबसे पहले यूज हुआ हो, आज की डेट में यूज ना हो रहा हो। एक है मोस्ट रिसेंटली यूज पेज, MRU। तो मोस्ट रिसेंटली में क्या है कि जिस पेज को हम करंट में यूज कर रहे हैं तो उसी से रिप्लेस कर देंगे। So that is basically known as the page replacement technique. So there are some of the technique by which we can replace the pages due to avoiding the page in the system. Is it okay?
यस सर।
For that is basically error. आप वर्ड सुनते होंगे ना नॉर्मल लाइफ में कि फॉल्ट हो गया, तो फॉल्ट का मतलब कुछ एरर आ गया। तो सिस्टम में फॉल्ट हो गया तो सिस्टम में कुछ एरर आ गया, वायर में फॉल्ट हो गया तो वायर में कुछ एरर आ गया, आपके ट्रांसफार्मर में फॉल्ट हो गया तो ट्रांसफार्मर में कुछ एरर आ गया। तो फॉल्ट मींस एरर। whatever the thing you want to search that is not meeting you, that is basically known as the fault. So decision on which page to displace to make room for an incoming page when no free frame is available is basically known as the page replacement technique. तो आपके पास 3 फ्रेम मेमोरी थी, पहले से तीनों पेज उसमें आके बैठे हुए थे, आप नए पेज को सर्च करना चाहते थे, लेकिन क्योंकि तीन तीन जो फ्रेम मेमोरी है, 3 फ्रेम की जो मेमोरी है उसके अंदर ऑलरेडी पेजेस प्रेजेंट हैं, तो नया पेज क्या कैसे आए उस मेमोरी के अंदर? रीड तो तभी होगा जब वो पेज मेमोरी के अंदर आएगा। ओके, तो जब वो पेज मेमोरी के अंदर नहीं आ रहा है तो हमें क्या चाहिए? पेज रिप्लेसमेंट टेक्निक को अप्लाई करना होगा। So modified page fault service routine. Find the location of the desired page on the backing store. Find the free frame. If there is a free frame, use it. Otherwise, use a page replacement algorithm to select a victim frame. Write the victim page to the backing store. Read the desired page into the newly free frame and restart the user process. So basically, we are saying here pages are present with the backing store. This is the physical memory. Swap out victim page, whatever the page is there in the whatever the page is present in the frame in the random access memory which is not in use, that is basically known as the victim page, and that is going to be transferred again back to the backing store. And whatever the page is required to be used user in the physical memory, that is going to be swapped from the victim page. And the event of swap in and swap out. Swap in का मतलब होता है coming the pages from backing store to the random access memory. Swap out का मतलब होता है going the page from random access memory to the backing store. The condition, or we can say the event by which the swap in and swap out is going to be occur of pages inside the random access memory or outside the random access memory to backing store is basically known as the paging technique. So this is the paging technique. So paging technique basically provides the way by which the page replacement take place. So we are saying here the first is swap out victim pages. Victim page is which is not in use, or either in use, either it is LRU or it is MRU, depends on whatever the algorithm we are using. Change to invalid. So whatever the bit is valid, if this page is present at here, then bit is valid. So valid bit has to be changed to invalid. Then after that, swap the desired pages from backing store to the random access memory, and again change the bit to whatever the bit invalid, change the bit to valid bit is there. So this is the page table. So we are saying reset page table for new page. So this is the page replacement technique. and the event by which the swap in and swap out is going to be occur between the random access memory to backing store is basically known as the paging. So we are saying here it depends all onto the algorithm that is basically known as the first in first out algorithm, or either it is the optimal page replacement algorithm, or either it is the LRU algorithm, or either it is the LRU approximation algorithm. So there are lot of algorithms are there, by which we can replace the pages in the memory. So first in first out algorithm. So this is the reference string, that is the page number has been given at here. We want to apply the first in first out. So 7, page number 7 come in first position. So there is page fault occur since the memory itself initially don't contain any of the pages. So page fault occur, again 0 come, page fault occur, again 1 come, page fault occur, again 2 come. First in first out. So first page कौन सा आया? 7 आया. So we are replacing this 7 page fault occur since 2 is not present in the memory. So page fault occur, but the 7 has been replaced. Again 0 come, since 0 already present in the memory, so there is no page fault. The 3 came, 3 is not present in the memory, but 0 comes first. So 0 is replaced here. So 2, 3, 1 is there. Again 0 came, since 1 already come, 1 is the first page which has come in the memory, so page fault occur and it is replaced via 0 at here. Again 4 came, since the 2 is the first page which have come, so this has been replaced and the 4 came here, and again this is 2 came, so this is 4, 2, 0. 3 is the first page who came. So we are saying here this is the algorithm in which we replace always the first page. So this is known as the algorithm page replacement technique, that is first in first out algorithm. So first in first out algorithm selects the page that has been in memory the longest time using a queue. Every time a page is loaded, its identification is inserted in the queue. It is easy to implement, may result in a frequent page fault. So this is the first in first out algorithm, not much more appropriate algorithm, but it is generally is followed and it generates the maximum page fault. Second, optimal page replacement algorithm, lowest page fault rate of all algorithms. We are saying the optimal page replacement algorithm are there. Whenever we apply the page replacement technique, that is the optimal page replacement algorithm, then this is the algorithm which provides the minimum number of page fault. So it replaces that page which will not be used for the longest period of time. So it will check the history, previous history, that which is the page which is not has been used from a longest period of time. So we are saying here that whenever we have taken this string 701203042301 like that, this string is there, and if we are using the FIFO first in first out algorithm of the page replacement technique, then total number of page fault is equivalent to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So for this particular string, the 15 page fault occur whenever we are applying the first in first out algorithm. But for the same string, whenever we are applying the optimal page replacement technique, we got the page fault equivalent to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 page fault is there. So it is the best technique applicable for page replacement to find out the page fault in the system. Next is the LRU, the page replacement algorithm, that is the least recently used page will be replaced first. So opt is difficult to implement since it requires future knowledge. LRU uses the recent past as an approximation of near future. So replace that page which has not been used for the longest period of time. So it will also generate the page fault. So total number of page fault for the same reference string is here 5, 4, 9, 12. 12 page fault are there. So whenever for the same page replacement reference string in FIFO, we are getting the 15 page fault. In LRU, we are getting the 12 page fault. And in optimal page replacement technique, we are getting the 9 page fault. So LRU may require substantial hardware assistance. The problem is to determine an order for the frames defined by the time of last use. So page replacement algorithms, LRU implementation methods. So counters for each page table entry, time of use register incremented for every memory reference. Page with the smallest value in time of use register is replaced. Stack of page numbers. Whenever a page is referenced, its page number is removed from the stack and pushed on top. The least recently used page number is at the bottom. So reference string, this is 470 710 121 2712 is there, and we can apply the least recently used algorithm at here. So page number 7 is comes onto the top. Next is LRU approximation algorithm. Up to till today, we have seen lot of papers. The LRU approximation is not come in any of the examination in general. So reference or use bit is used for approximation. The LRU turned on when the corresponding page is referenced after its initial loading. Additional reference bits may be used. So that is the page replacement technique to find out the page fault in the system. Next is memory management hardware. So any question up to here in the page fault? Next is memory management hardware. The basic functions of memory management, that is dynamic storage relocation, that it means mapping logical memory references to the physical memory references, provision for sharing common information stored in memory by different users, protection of information against unauthorized access, segmentation. A segment is a set of logically related instructions or data elements associated with a given name, that is variable size. User's view of memory, that is subroutine, square root, main program, symbol table, stack. The user does not think of memory as a linear array of words. Rather, the user prefers to view memory as a collection of variable sized segments with no necessary ordering among segments. So next is segmentation, a memory management scheme which supports users' view of memory. A logical address space is a collection of segments. Each segment has a name and a length. Address specify both the segment name and the offset within the segment. For simplicity of implementation, segments are numbered. That is basically known as the segment hardware.
सर
हाँ अभिषेक
सर
बताइए.
सेगमेंट क्या होता है सर?
तो बेसिकली हम जो कह रहे हैं कि पेज टेबल है ना, इसको न्यूमेरिकल से समझेंगे तो थोड़ा सा ठीक रहेगा. कल इसके लिए कुछ न्यूमेरिकल करा देंगे आपको. तो बेटर ये है कि जैसे हमारे पास सेगमेंट टेबल होती है, ऐसे ही हमारे पास पेज टेबल होती है. तो दोनों अलग अलग टेबल हैं. पेज टेबल से पेज फॉल्ट हम फाइंड आउट करते हैं. सेगमेंट टेबल से हम ये आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं कि हमारा जो एड्रेस है, जो फिजिकल एड्रेस है, वो फिजिकल एड्रेस क्या हो. तो जो हम पेज सर्च आउट करना चाहते हैं, क्या वो पेज वैलिड है या पेज इनवैलिड है. तो पेज की वैलिडिटी यानी पेज इज प्रेजेंट विद द मेमोरी और पेज इज नॉट प्रेजेंट विद द मेमोरी इज गोइंग टू बी आइडेंटिफाइड बाय द सेगमेंट टेबल. आप इसको ऐसे भी समझ सकते हैं जैसे कि टेबल में लिखा है लिमिट और पेज. ये लिखा है ना लिमिट और पेज. तो आपने दो चीजें देनी है, एक तो फ्रेम का नंबर और दूसरा फ्रेम का लेंथ. तो सपोज आपने कहा, हमने कहा मेमोरी 3 फ्रेम की है. अगर मेमोरी हमारे पास 3 फ्रेम की है तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ पेज फ्रेम कितने हो गए? 0. मतलब टोटल नंबर ऑफ सेगमेंट के अंदर पेज फ्रेम कितने हो गए? 3. 0 1 2. कोई व्यक्ति कहे कि सर्च कीजिए पेज नंबर 4 या सेगमेंट नंबर 4 और वैल्यू सर्च कीजिए 230. तो सेगमेंट नंबर 4 जब हमारे पास अवेलेबल है ही नहीं, क्योंकि सेगमेंट टेबल में 0 1 2 केवल 3 ही फ्रेम थे, चौथा फ्रेम था ही नहीं. इज इट ओके? तो सेगमेंट
Yes,
टेबल
sir.
क्या होगा, इनवैलिड बिट जनरेट हो जाएगी, एरर जनरेट हो जाएगा। क्या जनरेट हो जाएगा? एरर जनरेट हो जाएगा कि विच सेगमेंट वी वांट टू आइडेंटिफाई, विच सेगमेंट वी आर सर्चिंग दैट इज नॉट अवेलेबल इन द मेमोरी। ओके, तो इस चीज
Yes, sir.
को करने के लिए हमारे पास क्या है, सेगमेंटेशन हार्डवेयर होता है जो कि ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में अवेलेबल रहता है। So CPU having a segment table, CPU having मतलब a provision to find out the segment table and it identify the segment available or not. Means to say that particular page frame is available or not. ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम अभी है सिलेबस
सर
में? सुहेल बताइए।
सर अभी आपने जो पेज फॉल्ट की एल्गोस सर कराई हैं सर, वो अलग से एग्जांपल देकर नहीं समझा सकते सर? उसमें डिफरेंस ही
अभी
समझ
यार
में नहीं आ रहा है क्या?
चारों एग्जांपल मैं समझा दूंगा आपको, मैं आजकल में कल समझा दूंगा इसको ना, चारों एग्जांपल समझा दूंगा।
यस सर, यस सर।
ये चार एग्जांपल बने यहाँ पर। एक तो FIFO का एग्जांपल बना, फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट का। दूसरा एग्जांपल बना आपका बेसिकली वी कैन से NLP का। तीसरा बना ऑप्टिमल पेज रिप्लेसमेंट टेक्निक। चौथा बना सेगमेंटेशन। और चारों एग्जांपल बहुत इजी हैं, ये क्लास थर्ड फोर्थ के बच्चे की तरह एग्जांपल हैं, ठीक है ना। तो इसको मैं हार्डवेयर पर समझा दूंगा, इसको एक बार ना बोर्ड पर समझा दूंगा, एक वीडियो बना के भेज देता हूँ।
हाँ सर, हाँ।
एक वीडियो बना के भेज दूंगा, उससे समझ में तुरंत आ जाएगा, ठीक है ना। तो यहाँ पर वही कहने की कोशिश किया कि यहाँ सेगमेंट 0 है, सेगमेंट 1 है, सेगमेंट 2 है, सेगमेंट 3 है, सेगमेंट 4 है। अब कोई कहे कि सेगमेंट ये 5700 सर्च करो, अब इस मेमोरी के अंदर अगर आप देखेंगे तो 5 है ही नहीं सेगमेंट। यहाँ 6 सेगमेंट सर्च करो तो 6 सेगमेंट है ही नहीं, एरर देगा। क्या देगा? एरर देगा। मिस्टर अभिषेक, मिस्टर अभिषेक,
Yes, sir.
तो आप ये देखेंगे ना, ये टेबल है, सेगमेंट टेबल। सेगमेंट 0, सेगमेंट 3, सेगमेंट 2, सेगमेंट 4, सेगमेंट 1, ये आपका यहाँ पर भी अवेलेबल है। अब हमने कहा कि सर्च 5700, तो 5 इज द सेगमेंट नंबर बेसिकली, but 5 segment is not available in the logical address space, so it will generate the error. Okay,
Yes, sir. Okay.
300, तो सेगमेंट 6 के अंदर 300 को क्या कर दो, ऐड ऑन कर दो। तो 6 सेगमेंट अवेलेबल है ही नहीं, तो इसका लॉजिकल एड्रेस कभी मिलेगा ही नहीं है। लेकिन अगर इधर चलें कि 1400, इसका एड्रेस बता दीजिए, लॉजिकल एड्रेस, तो 1 सेगमेंट है ना, दिस इज द 1 सेगमेंट। तो 1 सेगमेंट का जो बेस एड्रेस है, उस बेस एड्रेस के साथ 400 को ऐड कर दीजिए, यू विल गेट द आउटपुट लाइक दैट। ये एग्जांपल है, इसका एक ही एग्जांपल है जो आपकी बुक में दे रखा है। आप किसी के पास अगर बुक होगी पीटर गैल्विन की, उस बुक के अंदर एक ही एग्जांपल दे रखा है और अच्छा एग्जांपल है। So this is the sharing of segments. By using this, we can share the segment. And again, segment page system is there. So we are basically saying logical address is there, and logical address is always going to be identified by using the segment number, by using the page number, by using the word. So segment is going to be identified by the segment table. The page is going to be identified by the page table, and the word is going to be identified by the physical address of the word combined with the block. So this is the segmented page system. So this is the hardware of the segmented page system. So page table is there, segment table is there, then after that word is there. Is it okay? So implementation of page and segment tables. So implementation of the page table, that is hardware register. If the page table is reasonably small, main memory, that is page table base register, points to PT, points to two memory accesses are needed to access a word, one for the page table, one for the word. Cache memory, translation lookup, cipher to speed up the effective memory access time. A special small memory called associative memory or cache is used. Implementation of the segment table, it is similar to the case of the page table. So some examples has been given, but I will give you the proper example which will come in your examination. By the way, example हम पहले ही आपको दे चुके हैं. अगर आप उसको उठा के देखेंगे तो हमने 31 तरह के एग्जाम्पल उसमें भेज रखे थे आपको. हेलो, आर यू लिसनिंग मी?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
तो हमने 31 एग्जाम्पल आपको दिए हुए हैं वहां पर.